It's a Tuesday night. You open your banking app just to check something quickly, and the number stops you. It's lower than it should be, way lower. So you start scrolling. £12 lunch, £22 takeaway, £6 coffee, £18 Amazon order you barely remember placing, a subscription you forgot you were still paying for. You didn't buy anything crazy, no holiday, no big splurge, just normal, everyday life. And somehow, your money is gone. If that sounds familiar, the problem isn't your discipline, it's your setup. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you a 2-account system that makes overspending structurally difficult, not by making you try harder, but by changing the environment so the right behaviour becomes the default. Here's what's actually happening when money disappears without explanation. Most people run everything through one account. Salary comes in, rent goes out, groceries go out, takeaway goes out, that random online purchase goes out, everything flows through the same place. And your brain sees one number. Say your balance is £2,000. Your brain thinks, I've got £2,000. But here's what your brain isn't automatically calculating. Rent, £900. Utilities, £150. Insurance, £80. Phone, £35. Transport, £120. That's already £1,285 committed. Your actual free money is £715. But the number you saw was £2,000. And you made decisions based on that. This isn't a character flaw. It's how human psychology works. Behavioural economists call it mental accounting failure. A Nobel Prize winning research by Richard Thaler showed that people are genuinely terrible at mentally separating money sitting in one pool. When it's all in one place, your brain treats it as one giant pile of spending money, and modern banking makes it worse. Tap your card, tap your phone, click buy, no friction, no pause, no moment to evaluate whether this is actually a good idea. When spending becomes frictionless, your brain stops questioning it. The fix isn't trying harder. The fix is redesigning the system so it works with your psychology instead of against it. Think about a bowl of sweets sitting on your desk. You'll eat more just because it's there, move it to a cupboard across the room, same sweets, same person, and you'll eat significantly less. Nothing changed except the environment. Money works identically. Once I understood that, the solution became obvious. Step 1. The bills account. The 2-account system has one core principle. Separate what's already spent from what's actually yours to spend. Account 1 is your bills account. It has a single job. Pay your fixed monthly expenses and nothing else. Rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, phone, internet, any subscription that comes out every month like clockwork. Calculate the total of everything that falls into this category. That number, to the penny, transfers into this account the moment your salary lands. Here's the critical rule. You do not have a debit card for this account. You do not use it for shopping, food, or anything flexible. It exists purely as a holding account for money that was never really yours to spend. It was already committed the second you earned it, and here's what this does psychologically. It makes your bills invisible in the best possible way. Rent is due, the money is already sitting there. Insurance comes out, no surprise, no scramble, no stress. The money was allocated before you even thought about it. Most financial stress doesn't come from not having enough money. It comes from uncertainty. Never knowing exactly what's coming, never being sure the money will be there. The bills account eliminates that uncertainty completely. Every fixed expense is handled before you make a single spending decision. Account 2 is your spending account. And this is where the real shift happens. Once your bills are separated, whatever lands in this account is genuinely yours. Groceries, eating out, entertainment, clothing, coffee, everything flexible, everything day to day, it all comes from here. Let's run the actual numbers so this feels concrete. Say you take home £2,500 a month. Your fixed expenses look like this. Rent £900, utilities £150, insurance £80, phone and internet £60, subscriptions £40. Total fixed, £1,230. That £1,230 goes to the bills account automatically on payday. You never see it in your spending account. It's gone before you can touch it. You're left with £1,270. From that, maybe £500 goes to groceries and flexible spending, £400 to savings, £370 to investing or debt repayment. Your spending account now shows £500, not £2,500, not £1,270, just £500. And here's what that does to your decision making. When you check your balance before purchase and it says £500, that's your actual reality. No mental maths required, no trying to remember what bills are coming out, no accidentally spending money that was earmarked for rent, just a clear, honest number that tells you exactly where you stand. The number you see changes the decisions you make. That's not theory, That's psychology. At this point, someone always asks, couldn't I just mentally track this in one account? Technically, yes. In practice, almost nobody does. Consistently, over time, under stress, when tired, when tempted. Mental maths is exhausting, your brain takes shortcuts, and those shortcuts cost money. The 2-account system removes the maths entirely. You check one number, that's it. Step 3, set it up. Once, let it run. The entire system takes about 10 minutes to set up. Here's exactly how. Open a second current account. Most banks let you do this online in minutes. No branch visit, no complicated application. If your bank doesn't allow it easily, consider a free account with a challenger bank. Monzo, Starling and similar options make this straightforward. Rename both accounts. Not account 1 and account 2. Actually rename them. Bills, spending. The label matters because it creates an instant psychological signal every time you open the app. You're not looking at a number, you're looking at a category with a purpose. Calculate your fixed monthly expenses. Every direct debit, every standing order, every subscription. Add them up. That's your bills account number. Set up an automatic transfer on payday. Bills amount goes to bills account. Everything else stays in or moves to spending account. You do this once. The system then runs every month without you touching it. No spreadsheet, no budgeting app, no tracking every transaction. The structure does the work. Step 4, add a savings layer. Once the 2-account system is running, adding a savings layer becomes almost effortless because the hardest part is already done. You've separated your committed money from your free money. Now you treat savings the same way you treated your bills, as a committed, non-negotiable outgoing that happens automatically before you can spend it. 3rd account, savings. Set up a transfer on payday immediately after bills are separated, even if it's £50 a month to start, even if it feels too small to matter. Here's why it matters. The amount is less important than the automation. £50 a month saved automatically, every month, for a year is £600, which is exactly the emergency fund buffer that breaks the financial domino effect we talked about in our last video, and you built it without thinking about it once. Once the habit is established and the system is proven, you increase the amount. But the system, separate, automate, forget, stays exactly the same. The goal isn't a perfect budget. The goal is a structure where the right behaviour requires no effort and the wrong behaviour requires active resistance. Here's the thing, most personal finance advice gets wrong. It assumes the problem is knowledge. If people just knew more about compound interest or tracked their spending more carefully or followed a stricter budget, they'd be fine. But information doesn't change behaviour, environment does. The 2-account system isn't giving you new information, it's changing the environment so better decisions happen automatically. Step 5, the mindset shift that makes it stick. The last piece isn't a practical step, it's a reframe. And it's the one that makes everything else last. Stop thinking about money as one resource you're trying to ration carefully. Start thinking about it as money in different states. Money in the bills account is already spent, and it left your life the moment you earned it. Your future self just hasn't paid those bills yet. Mentally, it's gone. Money in the spending account is yours. Guilt-free, completely. When you spend from it, you're not breaking a rule or failing a budget. You're using money that exists specifically to be spent. That shift removes the shame and second guessing that makes most people abandon financial systems within weeks. And money in savings is a different person's money, your future self's money. You're not sacrificing it, you're forwarding it. 3 pools, 3 clear identities, 0 mental maths. The reason most budgeting systems fail isn't that people lack discipline, it's that the system demands constant active effort. And life is busy and exhausting and discipline runs out. A system that runs automatically, that works with human psychology rather than demanding you override it, is a system that actually survives contact with real life. This is that system. Here's your action for today, not this week today. Open a second account, rename your accounts, set up the automatic transfer for payday, 10 minutes, done. You don't need to track every purchase. You don't need a complicated app. You just need to see the right number when you open your banking app. And let that number do the work for you. Drop a comment when you've set it up. Tell me what your spending account number is going to be. When you say it publicly, it becomes real. If this reframed how you think about your money setup, hit like. It helps more people find this. And subscribe for more practical systems that work with how your brain actually operates, not against it. See you in the next one.